Minimac and Jason are both playing. I was looking at Minimac's profile and it was just like Zarya, and I was like, wait a minute, Jason Zarya, Minimac Zarya, question mark. That
No
makes a little
limits
bit more
double Zarya
sense.
strat. Haven't you heard of that one? It's really good in the pro leagues.
Yeah.
Bet.
I don't know. I'm really gonna watch Axford today. I mean, obviously, she's one of the best Reinhardts in the league.
Yep.
Poet, second best tracer in the league.
Bet.
I mean, I agree
Bet.
with you on Axe Crit. I mean, Jesus, after having played her when she could be more aggressive and work with her team and a scrum the other day, filling in for 7 Watch, yeah, she's definitely a good Ryan. I could tell you that. She was pushing my stuff in all over the place in that game. It was on Hanamura, she was pushing my stuff in.
I mean, you got Bats, who's one of the best mercies in the league. Hero, who can literally take one person out of the game. Like, he is so good at 1v1s, and he does it to me every time I play him. I just feel like he literally just jumps in my face, and I don't even play that game. It's really annoying, and I hate him for it. Nub, I've never actually seen Nub Killer play, so I'm interested to see him getting a start.
I
Mate,
have.
he's a baller.
He's really good tank. Like, he almost. It felt like he was carrying the scrum we played against Fallout, or playing against Clear Sights. We were
So,
at the Fallout.
so he's a tank player, and they've got Mini and Axcrid and Hero in and Nub Killer. So that they're starting 4 tank mains.
I think what they'll be playing is Minimax actually specs onto that DPS against us quite a lot, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him there. But I imagine Nubkiller will be their go-to off tank and actually will be their go-to main tank, which says what are they going to do with Hero really?
Yeah.
Because I've known Hero has been Hero as much as he plays. I've seen him play a lot of Anna, a lot of Bridget, but I wonder if they're going to do.
I could see them kind of going pretty similar to us here. Maybe having Hero on the Brigida and having Poet on the Tracer with Mini playing Hanzo.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah, that makes sense because obviously, if you look at their career profiles, they're bound to have a Zarya, like no matter what they do. And I think it'll be really interesting watching Zach, who's a really good Zarya, play against whatever Zarya they put forward. So obviously, Clear Sight, just quite a good, like quite a strong team.
Yeah.
I'm using my Wi-Fi for a split second.
What's up, Damo? Yeah, and then I mean on the other side, we played a scrim against Dabbing, and then in the same scrim I played a game with them, and I'll say this, their comms are absolutely incredible. They may have like the best communication team-wise I've heard in this entire league. They get along. Like you can tell, like it's just the support from the team itself is absolutely amazing. These guys, they may not be the best overall, just individual skill wise. They don't have the big Poet name or the Crit or Danny or whatever it may be, but it's just they've got this like communication, and it's really really impressive.
I think that's what I really love about them, though. In that, as a team, they always seem to be on the same page. Like we don't normally see dabbing players trickle in the same way that maybe we do with Arctic, because they say we're doing this, guys. This is what's going to happen, and everyone says, "Yep, we're going to do that," and it works to them really well. Like if one player dies, they'll say, "Guys, back out," and no one will go in and look for a pick. Everyone will back out, and that's where I think their strengths really lie in the efficiency of their gameplay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Alright, so we got one team ready. As soon as we hear from Clear Sights, we will go.
Woo. That's actually one of my.
Alright, both teams are ready, so we're going to get started and go ahead and roll into the first map.
Let's go. 0-0 Hanamura first map. Actually, this is one of the games I was most excited when I saw it on the schedule this week. Just from a player's point of view, it's just these teams are so great and coordinated together. I kind of want to see how those two coordinated teams play against each other, how they counter each other out.
Yeah, see, I was thinking the exact opposite, personally. Big name Clear Sights who they don't talk a lot, but they're all just so skilled coming together, they make things happen. In comparison to Dabbing, who really aren't known for having like the best, like just like all-star player, but they are really well coordinated, they play really well together, and they communicate well. So like I wanted to see both sides of the coin, what's going to come out on top here.
What I think is going to be the key for dabbing in this is putting Noob Killer out the game. Because I think if you turn around and put pressure on him and get him tilted off the face of this earth, then he's going to feel really uncomfortable in that off tank role. And maybe you can make him play something he's not comfortable on, and that's what you need to capitalize on.
Yeah. I think
Honestly,
for me, it's I know how to beat this strategy that they're using right now, and the way to beat this strategy is you kill Poet. Poet, I love Poet. He's an amazing tracer, but I know for a fact he struggles on Hanzo when he's pressured. So if they can get someone to get back there, especially if Nene is gonna play that Genji, if he can get in his face and take care of Poet, this entire comp's gonna fall apart. It's just with many playing the Wrecking Ball here, they're not gonna have the Brigitte to kind of area control like they want to. Heroes on the Ana, he's not gonna be able to move around like he wants to.
Ooh.
This comp is
Interesting
very
little spot
interesting.
here from Mini.
Yeah. Nice.
I think
So,
personally, I actually favor dabbing for the first half of this.
I do as
This
well.
is I know
but
how
I
good they
think-
are.
Honestly, I think you just got to keep Axe Crit from being aggressive. If you can do that by taking out Nub Killer, get rid of that Zarya that allows Orion to be aggressive, you can almost push in both tanks on this clear sights team. And once the tanks are down, who creates the space for the DPS? You know, you just don't have anything
exactly.
there.
Exactly.
I think if I was Zach right now, I'd say we need a Junkrat just to clear them off of that high ground. Because if you look at where they're positioned, Hero's straight in that back, which leaves you like a nice open line of fire. And as soon as you take that high ground off them, like Grossy's doing now, it becomes quite difficult for them. Because Hero really doesn't have a lot of line of sight to sort of cover here. At least as far as those side flank goes.
No, Jonesy's taking a lot of damage here, but so is Axgrid, and Axgrid's gonna go down.
And they've
They've got
got
it.
of Abdo though.
Yeah, but they're gonna get the res though, so they're safe.
Oh, nice pick by Nene. But Chimson's a little bit too far forward there.
Oh, the Axgrid would have nice. That's something that she's so good. Her fire strikes are always amazing.
Yeah, if you can place those fire strikes, that's a good 10-15 charge a hit. I mean, go on, get your charge up and get that shatter ready.
Ult economy is way in the favor of clear sights here.
Yeah, it's kind of going back to that thing that I was talking about earlier. I mean, even if they don't speak a lot, they're really well coordinated and they just know how to get an edge early. Because I mean,
Yeah, exactly. You just do your. Yeah, it's-
like right there.
Oh, Zach. You're never gonna... was it? Yeah, Zach. Come on, man. You're never gonna heal through that.
You tried your best, man. You tried your best, but no. That's still a double in the favor of Poet and another double for Nub. Rip.
Interesting
I
now,
mean,
though,
and that's-
because there's some aggressive ults coming through for dabbing right now. Like, if Nene can get a big blade onto either of those two supports who also have their ultimates, then this could be game changing.
yeah.
Oh, and there's
That used to. Oh my God. That was a lot of damage that came on earlier. You know, they had to force out the trance, but
looked like they used Trans Blade there and it didn't quite get anything, which I like the idea, but oh, there you go, you got Hero afterwards. There you go. It just all fell apart so
It was-
quickly.
It was really interesting. Like, Hero was right for the picking, really, and then he went in and sort of threw a bladed choke into two tank heroes when Hero could have just been dashed into, take a couple of swings and bit the dirt, really.
you know, I don't know if you guys saw it. Mini dropped his ult right on the choke as he came in, so that ult wasn't. I don't think it was planned. I think that was forced out there.
I mean, whether it was forced out or not, though, that was a really
Oh,
nice
huge
placement. With
shatter.
the fat
Jonesy.
five down on the shatter. Beautiful.
That beautiful. I mean, they did a good job killing her so that they didn't just get team wiped there. But good God, that was a huge shatter.
That's the kind of
Not
shatters
enough
you'd love to see as a
communication there,
Rhine. Beautiful.
Jonesy just let his barrier get a bit too low there in a public place. It's got punished.
I mean, X-Crit's showing why she is one of, if not the top Reinhardt in this league today. I mean,
Oh, absolutely. We're gonna watch Abdu here because he does have this grab, and they have grab dragons. Well, they have grab dragons available. Oh, and he just went ahead and popped it earlier. That's not a bad call.
there you go.
Both guys coming out.
Coming out on both sides.
Both dragons coming out.
Getting one apiece.
It looks
behind
like
Nene looking for Hero. Hey, he gets it now.
Now look at both the. And the only people that die from grab dragons were the two Hanzos. How the hell does that work?
Overwatch works in mysterious ways.
They're turning this fight really well, though.
Yeah, they're
Doing
taking
a
They
it.
need
great
so
job.
much work on that Hammond.
And it looks like dabbing.
Grizz needs to
do
land
have
some
an edge
shots
here.
quickly.
Yeah, but so you gotta get rid of that Hammond really quick. You can't just let him spin around the point like that.
And that's the thing, just
Yeah,
having
it's
having Hero just being able to, or I'm sorry, having Bat just be able to hide in the back like this on this Mercy, and just keep Hammond alive while you contest is so strong. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, there's nothing at all. I mean, you're just kind of forced to deal with him head on since he's spinning around the point like a flipping top. You don't deal with him.
I really found the best way to deal with him, like especially on a control point like this, is just play Junkrat and throw Trap down. You know, blow him up, disrupt him. Don't just try to out damage him because he's so annoying. If he has a pocket, you're never gonna kill him. So, I mean, Doomfist is a great counter for him as well. I mean, you can just pinball him off the map here on this point. So,
let's say like anything with CC, for the most part, can counter Hammond. I mean, still kind of, even with the slight nerf, I do think Brig's still a really strong option. Just period. Especially with the comp they were running earlier. You know, just any amount of CC can do.
yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
Dabbing are getting BM'd. They are getting real BM'd right now.
Ugh.
If they stick with this comp, I will be impressed.
If they stick with this comp, I might be a little offended, to be honest with you. Like, I would be very offended if they stick with this comp coming out.
I mean, that's definitely
I'd be impressed.
interesting. I'm not gonna lie, that's an interesting comp to throw out here on Hanamura defense.
Ah, boo. Where the memes?
Do it for the memes. I mean, Clearsight's coming out with the, oh, here we go. Look at him. There you go. Actually, it looks like she's switching. Wow.
There you go, getting the swaps coming
They're
in.
going quad tank, though. They're going quad tank.
Not a bad idea. I mean, you only got to get one tick, right?
One
Just
tick,
push
yeah,
straight
you
in.
just keep pushing into it, yeah. So
Good.
you got the big wise, you got a Lucio to move you there, you got Hero to keep you up, quad tank just running, and May doesn't have a wall, so you win.
And now
If
with
you just push here, you win. Yep,
yeah,
and you win.
let's see. With double dive and double like shield tanks almost in a sense, you could just bully your way in, or you can just dive onto the
Yeah.
supports while you do it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch Axe Kid murder everything here. I mean, there's just nothing they can't out damage this.
It's a field day for the Reinhardt and the tank core.
Yeah, and that's gonna be map one. You know, that was, I mean, this is a smart, very smart move.
I think it was sort of like a lesson in how to take Hanamura point one more than anything. Yeah, we spent 4 minutes of it. We're just gonna walk in. We don't care.
Let's see.
I mean, that's, you know, when you got an enemy team that you just full held, that's kind of like the mindset is that it's the best to have, in my opinion. Just go for it, because I mean, you got the time bank. They're gonna be playing the characters that want to have a sustained fight, you know. So just out damage them. Just fucking put the pedal to the metal and see what you can do.
It'd be
And,
interesting to see what Zach chooses to do, because as you know, Zach's a really good player, but sticking him on that Mercy, it seemed very
Out of
low
place.
impact from what he was doing. Like, it's always like, oh, we have too many tanks, I'm gonna have to play support, and that's never what you want to do in an elite game where a lot of it's on the line, because you don't want to like reduce your impact, especially as a captain.
Yeah.
And,
As a captain,
I mean, I'm
one
sure
of-
that's something I'm sure you have to deal with a lot, Danny, having what we have on the bench, you know, in our group. So.
Yeah, and I will say, as a captain myself, and we've been low in a couple spots, especially support. It's kind of hard making those choices, like in scrims and games, because you're just like, who do we put on there without taking too much value away from their main spot? Because I know for the most part, most of us are flexes that mainly do tank support. So it's like, well, most of us are tank mains. Who are we going to swap off to that support? Like, who's the best secondary support player we have, in a sense, to help fill that second spot?
It's really interesting right now. I mean, at least from like dabbing, I wonder if I think I'd kind of like to see Zach put himself into more of like a central role going into these, because I mean, I think it's because Grozie's still there, but it seems like he's still playing an accommodator for dabbing Doomfist when he's one of their best players. Like, you don't need to enable players, you need to take it on yourself to do stuff like that. Because I mean, if we saw Zach versus Nob on that Zarya, it might have been a very different game. Because as we saw with the Zarya, like the Zarya battle was just lost by Jonesy. Like, Nob was building up ult charge a lot faster, he was throwing out ults quicker, I mean, he had 2 grabs in the space that Jonesy had 1.
And I mean, to be fair though, he did have that Hammond, like Nub had that Hammond that kept diving in and allowed him to get charge quick. And he could get his ult up really fast due to just the Hammond diving in and having to pull out. You put the shield on, get your damage, and you go. Which is honestly a very smart way to use that Hammond, especially with Minefield to block the choke. Honestly, I'm kind of interested to see more of that come out later in the game if they sub back in Minimac.
Looks like we're gonna go. Grossy's gonna come out for Pallet here, so hopefully we'll see Zach really step up and just take that leader role. You know, here with Grossy no longer being in the game. I mean, Grossy's a great guy and I love him absolutely, but you know, just having that transition stage that they're in right now with going from captain to captain. You know, it's hard for some people to let go of what they're used to. I mean, I know it's something even I struggle with, going from a leadership role with my old team coming to Arctic now. You know, having to, you know, take a step back and understand that, you know, this isn't my team. So.
Yeah, I know exactly how you
I think
feel.
it'll be really interesting. Really, I've played with Zach before. Like, he was a member of Arctic at one point, and he's as a player he's really good, and as a tactician as well. He knows when to press comps. He knows when to push forward, and I think as a shot caller he was great for us. It was when we played against old clear sites is where we played him, but he was just insane on that Zarya. So I wonder if he'll bring it through.
I'm hoping to see just them kind of really mix something up. Looks like they're going to be bringing in Silent, who's known for his diva play.
Because, I mean, after that first map, you got full held, and then they just immediately pushed through in 30 seconds. You got to figure something new out here. You have to change something up. Something just wasn't clicking there that first map.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the best thing right now though is, as a person, Grossy is really positive, and I don't think them and Doomfists will have a bad mentality going into this next game, because I just know that Grossy will have lifted the team up, and there'll still be positive spirits, and they'll still be able to fight for it, which I think is what you definitely need right now.
Oh yeah, you definitely need that person that can lift the team up in their hardest times. I mean, if your team gets tilted early, you're going to be tilted the whole match, and that just causes problems down the line. You got to have that spark that can keep you going throughout, no matter what happens.
I think the main thing I want to see from Dabin here is have one of your dive players get onto Hero on that Ana, because I mean we saw when Nene pressed him, he was taking him out the fight, and with the Ana out the fight, it was really quite difficult for clear sites to sort of run that triple tank and stay behind that choke. I mean, they did grab it back in the end thanks to some good play by Nub, but when they started to win that game, to take Hero out of the equation.
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, it's using that Ana as your main healer is it's a high risk, high reward kind of thing, because Ana can literally solo heal a team if you know your team enables that. But if you can get a good dive DPS to take you out of the game, then you're useless. So. I'm switching it up here, going from Bats on that Mercy to Walton playing the Moira. And I can see DJ playing the Hanzo here. Not something really I think I've seen. I think I've seen him play it once in a scrim, but not really something I've seen too often.
I think I'd really like to see a pharmacy right now from the side of dabbing.
I would
too. We're see Zach playing that McCree. Something I've seen him play a lot of. His McCree is really scary. And I don't think it's a bad idea having a hit scan, because everyone knows Sin's so good at switching over to that Pharah and just dominating teams. So.
Interesting choice from the Road Dog here from dabbing.
Ryan Hogg,
especially when they saw
you see often, but it can work really well.
Ooh, Sin gets pressed, gets killed, gets outed. No mercy for a res either.
So they're really pushing this point now. This is exactly what they need to do. They need to be aggressive like this.
I bet to say you can't let clear sites aggress onto you. You have to aggress onto them, because as soon as they get aggressive, they're going to take over a fight quickly.
So Sin's gonna come back in here. What she's gonna do here on this Reaper?
Yeah, Silence gets blown up too far
out.
forward.
And I just noticed Silent Monkey is playing the Mercy here. Not something I don't think I've ever seen him play support. I mean,
he did a couple times back on Atlas. I remember once I took over, we had him swap to that in a couple scrims. It's not something he does often, but when he does, he's not a bad Mercy. I mean,
I think right now Paolo should definitely be considering touching off with the Reaper and the Hanzo. He's just giving away ult charge.
Yeah. You know, with Hanzo's buff, and I mean, honestly, just having a Reaper around is it's reason enough not to play Hog. Hog can be really strong, especially in a map like Kings Row where you end up in a lot of 1v1s at times. But, yeah.
like, I honestly think it depends on the Hog player. I mean, we've seen it before. Hog has been effective on this map against Reapers. Heck, the Team Rep mod game was an example of that when we saw it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I will never say that, you know, a hero isn't viable, I guess you're saying. I'm saying is, you know, just when you have someone like Sin on that Reaper, who's, you know, arguably one of the best Reapers in the league, and then you have someone like DJ, who's, I mean, just tearing this team apart with this Hanzo right now. It's all about just the momentum your team has, and that everything's going Clearsight's way right now. You know, I think here.
Yeah, again, it's this Roadhog. It's not contributing much of anything right now for Dab and Doomfist. It's not pulling in anything which really needs to be pulling in. It's not a Hammond, which could maybe be diving into the back line, and it's certainly not a Zarya, which gives the protection and the team fight like they really need right now. But 6 ults on the side of Dabbing, so it'll be interesting to see where they go with this.
Because, I mean...
Yeah, I think here you got a minute and a half left. You push everything out. That's a good hook to stop it, but you did end up losing your Lucio there.
And the fight's already... You already lost your main... Both tanks and your Lucio.
And DJ just absolutely tearing this team apart on his Hanzo right now.
I'm actually surprised to see it. I mean, I have never seen him play that Hanzo before, but he's doing really well on it here on Kings Row.
He played it in our scrim against Clearsights the other day. He played it against us.
Okay, that explains it.
Dragons coming out.
Missed that one. It was like,
a nice sound barrier coming out.
Really good sound barrier. On Pallet, this is a hook again.
And DJ with a nice shot.
Yep, and then there
Just
you go.
Absolutely punishing.
Like, I honestly
He's
think
been watching some gameplay.
he definitely
They really need to change this up right now.
Like
really
the
need
You know,
Hog,
in my opinion, I think you go Pharah here. I think you drop your Hanzo, you go Pharah, you just try to pressure out DJ. He's the only one who's really going to do much to you here, and I think maybe you drop the Hog for a D.Va.
Actually, I was just about to say that the Ryan D.Va's a really strong combo. D.Va allows you to dive in.
Good
Ryan
play
can
by
dive in
Zach
after.
there.
There you
That
go.
was
Actually
really
gets a nice
smart
flank though, but misses it on the car.
Rip Hex crit. It's okay. I mean,
You just doing what you can to stay alive here.
but the way she plays that Ryan, she'll have it back before the end of the next team fight, almost guaranteed.
Looks like they are going to be able to cap here, though.
I will say though, like I've noticed that Hog's just not getting any space to do anything. Like they're focusing on that Hog, which is the big plan to stop a Hog here. If he gets away from you, he's a dangerous foe. But if as long as you keep your eye on him, he's not gonna do much.
Yeah, the thing is, I've noticed this, and I don't know if it's just maybe his play style. He's just trying to do what he can. Paladin plays a lot like Old Hog would play, and you know, Old Hog doesn't work that way anymore. So I think that's why he's struggling here.
It seems like he's bashing his head time and time again against this Reinhardt barrier, when really there are flank routes open to you that you can take.
And a great bubble there. That might be that bubble might have been play of the game in my opinion. Even better than Sin's ult there. It's the bubble that kept Sin alive.
It was the Fat Blossom, but you also used your dragons there, so you used both DPS ults in that fight.
Yeah, see, and that comes back to what we were saying before the game about them not really known for the best communication. It's just they're so skilled, they succeed together. And that's a huge sleep on hero.
Oh, Ryan way out of position though.
Looks like they're maybe going for a little sneaky little charge from
Questionable
behind.
tracking as well from the enemy.
Oh, I think they were going to go for a nice little sneaky shatter from the back.
Yeah, just kind of get shut down quick. Let's get a look here at the Rhine 1v1 actually.
He's nice sound barrier from Chimson there, really stepping up with those sound barriers.
Nice.
Shinzen is actually a very, very good Lucio. You know, he doesn't have that, you know, big name, I guess, like, you know, Sam or Mobile. But, I mean, you know, it's absolutely, I mean, he's proven right here he's a very, very good player. You know, his sound barrier timing is amazing. He's kept his team up way more than what he should have been able to.
Mm-hmm. It's good now from Paolo. He's really built that grab quite quickly, considering where he was at before. Oh,
Getting one, but they were both
shatter
nice.
drop. Oh,
Counter
turnaround
shed.
though. Cannot complain with that. Hero at times way out of position here as well. Is he gonna get punished? Yes, he
Yep.
will.
I don't think this grab was needed right here. I definitely don't think that grab was needed.
I honestly think you could have waited for the next fight, pulled grab dragons
yeah,
on the Rhine shield.
That's it. I think you've already had that fight won.
Ooh, nub killer. Very close to going down there though.
But still, having the
See,
view
that's what
gives us a
I
different
think. That's a
perspective.
difference that people haven't figured out yet from between playing a league game and playing in just competitive matchmaking.
Nice ult from Zac there, though.
Yeah. So
Oh, Zac, you sexy beast.
Oof,
Oh,
there you go.
almost managed to kill that mess. Moira there.
And
all it is. I don't say clear him out.
they've got the team wipe, and that'll end their attacking here on King's Row. I mean, they looked a lot better there, honestly. They looked really well once they made those swaps. Started working with that Ryan Zarya comp there at the end.
I think it all comes down to just, with this league, you can't keep pressing an issue, in a game. Like, if you're struggling, you need to make the switch immediately. You can't sit here all game waiting and waiting and waiting, because the only thing that's going to happen is you're just going to burn valuable time. So, honestly, the way I look at it, and I mean, Danny can attest to this, if I come out and, the Hanzo's not working by second push, I'm asking Danny, take the Ryan, you play McCurry, do we want to do this, do we want to do that, just because you can't afford to just keep pressing into a team this good. And any team in this league will punish, just kind of stubborn, bullheaded play like that.
It's really, yeah, there we go. Zac's doing exactly what I thought he should be doing. Get onto that off-tank roll. Interesting to see that their main tank player, A7, is actually gone onto that Junkrat, which is really good here. But I wonder if maybe they'd done this a bit earlier, they would have had a little bit more time on the clock for themselves to push in on that second point. It's quite interesting though, really, because I wonder if maybe Clearsight's going to take their foot off the gas a little bit here and run some more interesting comps and get punished for it. So, it's gonna be very
and
interesting.
that's something Clearsights is kind of known to do. I mean, they're known for their hubris at times, so I wouldn't be surprised to see it. I mean, DJ is on the Widow right now. I don't know how comfortable he is there. Sin does play a lot of Doomfist, so I'm not going to comment on that. I mean, she's actually a really scary Doomfist. I mean, honestly, here, if DJ gets picks, that's absolutely tremendous. I mean, it's the strongest thing. I mean, the best thing you can do in the game of Overwatch is kill people. But
his positioning is looking
I mean,
a bit
I know
weak there,
a
but
lot of people
nice
don't like
defensive play.
Stylosa, but that's one thing he's right about, in my opinion, is the strongest thing you can do in the game of Overwatch is kill your enemy. So, but you just got to make sure you don't stay on. Okay, DJ's already switched off to that.
Good
fair.
charge from Max Crit there. Nice bubble from Zac in the sound there.
That's an interesting one we haven't got to see often. He's on the Pharah. He's pulled it out in a bunch of scrims lately, which...
ADX on that Chungra way too far in.
He's done really
Yeah,
good
I
on
think
it.
I think he got a little
And then he
cocky
really
there.
grabbed that.
Yeah. And he's just popping off with the Hanzo. So many good Hanzo players now. It used to kind of be my thing, and now everyone's taking it, and I'm not a fan.
Man, that update came, and now everybody's going to Hanzo. Heck, even I tried to pull it out.
I mean, honestly, it's Hanzo's so much more forgiving than he used to be.
Outside. Nice shatter.
Ooh. Big shatter by
Senpai just absolutely just tossing around pallet there.
Don't forget the Battle Mercy flying high in the sky, just trying to clear out anybody.
Senpai popping off on this Doomfist, but just with no healing around, just kind of ran out of juice.
So Hero
that being run that fight.
Say Zarya v
For a lot of it, momentum was going towards Clearsight.
Absolutely, I mean.
Ooh, Hero. Not really what I thought you'd be doing, buddy, but you play that Mercy, my boy.
And they built up a couple of ults really quickly. They almost have 3 of them set up on the side of Clearsight's. Actually, it is about half.
And it's
so, I mean,
looking for that jump in.
And with the way that aggressive Rhine that we've seen from Axcrid, she'll probably have it by the end of the fight as well, so that'll be 4. so much power
Power's
going
being
into this
really
one.
pressed right now.
There you go.
Oh,
All the
no,
ults coming
totally.
out.
You know, and I don't think that's a bad idea. You don't have to move it. You know, you only have to get second checkpoint. Just go ahead and do what you gotta do. Take it. Give yourself the most time. You'll have time to build ults in the second push. I mean, in Surge phase. So.
I mean, you still almost have Shatter. Coalescence is online, and you're getting close to Valk. I mean, you'll have 3 ults pretty soon.
But
Anyway.
are they gonna get? Are they really gonna give them this much space? Okay. Okay,
I
they're
don't
just
think-
regrouping.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought they were gonna give them that much space. I was thinking that's
It's-
insane.
That's an interesting dragon. That's a very interesting dragon.
And he
did give
ends
it
up
a
getting
sim.
senpai with it. Calculated. Looks like Talos gonna be looking for the shatter here.
There you go. Now they're just gonna push in with the Coalescence, double
Yeah,
Coalescence,
yeah.
Tire. Everything's coming out here.
Oh, wrong way to
Actually,
send the
dude.
tire.
Rip.
Yeah, Axe are just so accurate with these. Zach's gonna go down with grab. I mean, honestly, that's a heartbreaker right there. Knowing that this payload's, you know, there's a chance you might not even make it back, and having that super powerful ult with grab.
We definitely
And
took
it's
the wrong
just-
fight there.
Yeah, Nene's just gonna try to get out and just stay alive for that last recontest.
Ooh.
Oh, it looks like we're gonna see some
That
battle
would
mercy
pop from
coming out. Hero going out,
He's just going up. There
taking
you
a
go.
lot of damage. He's just going after everyone.
Oh, there you go. Grab on the
Nice ult
payload.
from Zach there. Maybe get something with this? Nope. Sin says get
Ooh.
out.
Be
Ben and
gone.
DJ just cleaning everything up right now. I mean, it looks like the only one's gonna be left is Nene's on his way back though, but I don't think he's gonna make it in time.
Nope, he will not. That is 2-0 in the favor of Clear Sights. I mean, they're trying all kinds of weird comps out here, and they're working very well. I mean, that can be said just from the
Yeah,
way
and
they've
I think
played so far.
this play right here kind of contests a lot to what was happening in this game. It wasn't so much of your team comp being bad or your, even what you were doing so much as a team being bad. It was that one play that just Clearsight's kept punishing every team fight. Is the one really big play they would sit there, wait for it to happen, wait for the mistake, and they would absolutely destroy the entire team afterwards for it. It's the tank battle that they're losing almost every fight. So I think it's just you've got to either figure out what you're gonna do here with Axgrid just absolutely being so dominant on that Reinhardt, or or maybe you just drop it. Maybe you just get rid of the Reinhardt v Reinhardt battle. Maybe you go to Orisa, start playing bunker.
But
You've got to make some kind of play here.
like, you either gotta
Right now,
out
why was
aggress that Rhine if you're the opposing Rhine in this case, just because of how aggressive Axcrit is, or you just have to be prepared to handle it. And they haven't really done either so far, and Axcrit can just run wild with those charges and fire strikes. And if you're gonna let that keep happening, they're gonna keep going in for it, and DPS Rhine is a lot more dangerous than you believe.
And it's not so much it's DPS Ryan, it's that Axgrid's just really smart about when she goes in. If you watch her, she stands with her shield, she keeps her supports up, and she doesn't swing her hammer until it's time to. And then when she does, she ends teams. It's not so much that she's just super aggressive and running after people. It's taking her time, playing smart, and just absolutely punishing people for it. So we're gonna see bats coming back.
It's going to be
in.
questionable here from Zach to not put Grozy back in. Because I think the way they've got to look at this is how do we deal with all this pressure coming in from clear sights? And I think at some point you say, fuck strategies, let's just sit down, put Grozy on a bastion, get a shield in front of him, and see how far we can bunker this. But they're sort of like, they're trying to play one-on-one with some of clear sights players. Like we saw Powlett trying to go one-on-one with that off-tag with Nubkiller, which just failed for him. And then A7 Mad tried to go one-on-one with the Ryan versus Axcrit, and it just wasn't really working out. And I think at some point you've got to say, we're not going to play your game, we're going to play our game, and you're going to come to us. And I think that's really what Zach needs to try and do right now. But
And I mean, honestly, now you're on a control point map. They're gonna want you to come in and fight in those brawl situations, get those 1v1s that they can pull out here on the side of clear sights. So you just gotta hold back and bunker up I think. Just maybe even a double shield with a Junkrat Bastion, something. Just to keep them on their toes. Depending on which map you start on. Oof, lots and lots of swaps coming in.
Alright, let's make sure both teams ready.
Who was taken out here? Pilot's being captain. Chimson was taken out. Ooh. Interesting.
Yeah, it's really interesting because you're going to a control point. He literally just proved how good he is on that Lucio, and a map like Lijiang, especially Night Market, where controlling one of those side rooms with Lucio can do literally by himself, one of those doors on the side.
I'd be interested to watch the stream back if anyone from Diamond Doomfist is streaming their point of view, just see what's going on in their comms. Seems a little bit disorganized at the moment.
Oh.
I mean, maybe they got some first game jitters, I don't know. Because, I mean, jumping up from ladder to the league is a lot bigger than you think. I remember learning that in my first game, jumping in. It's just something that you can't compare. Especially when you're playing a team at the caliber of Clear Sights. This ain't your...
No, and yeah, this
ladder.
definitely isn't. Yeah, this definitely isn't. You're gonna run into a team like this in a comp game. They're gonna punish the little mistakes, and no, especially the tank mistakes are the big thing in this league. If you'll notice, almost every team fight that is won or lost, it's won and lost with the tanks. Tanks win games. You can have Poet on Tracer with 50 LMs. You can have Brayman. You can have me, Danny, Senpai, whoever popping off for 50, 60 LMs a game. But a DPS character doesn't win these matches. It comes down all of it comes down to purely the tanks. Whatever tank wins their fight first, and the first tank to fall, the other team's gonna win.
Yeah, I can...
It's interesting as well because Zach's actually opted to put himself on the Lucio here, which is what I'm questioning in my head. I mean, wouldn't you be better to just say, look, Jimson, I'm going to stick you on that Lucio, and then you do well with it, free myself up for a bit of off-tank McCree tank action, whatever he wants to go for, but he sort of put himself on that sacrificial lamb support role, so maybe he can get some big plays done on that Lucio, which saves him.
And I noticed they're going for the hook and hold here on the controls, so they are trying to bunker up a little bit. Also running the pharmacy on their end. Kind of a mix of styles, honestly. I want to see where that goes.
I quite like the pharmacy here, though. Whew, Chunzi has a nice pick onto that screen.
Oh yeah, especially
So
if they're
Poet's
knocking
just
on
already in
hits
his
again.
back line. I don't think they realize Poet's back here. Like, he's literally just standing in the back, just doing whatever he wants.
It's interesting because no one at any point has said, I'm going to look up and kill the Pharah. Nope. Minimac notices.
That's
I mean,
that's the thing. I mean, and it's literally they're playing this really tight bunker comp, and Tracer's not gonna work into it.
nope. Too much. Like, it's too clustered, and as soon as I catch you, ooh, you're gonna have a fun time.
It's like Mini's just trying to Mini already almost to his area control. I'm sorry, I'm just not sure what the name of it is.
I think it's Minefield. I'm pretty positive on that one.
Manfield.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's really close. He's already at 9. I mean, he'll have it in just a second. So he's already got it. Honestly, in my opinion, I think you wait. You have the whole team dive in together, and then you just throw that ult right over the top, right in the middle of the team fight. I think that'll be so strong to do.
Ooh, whip pulse bomb.
Even better, just whip in, do your pal driver to knock him up,
Yeah.
then pop it out.
Many back with it though. It doesn't see the Axtrid's actually on the D.Va here. So there's no shield on the side of clear sights right now.
Oh, yeah. Joinsy just absolutely running wild on this hog right now.
Really
There
thought
you
they needed.
The power of the hook and hold is strong. This really
Yeah,
is
and
the best play for a hog.
And we just said this. This is exactly what we said. They needed. They couldn't. They weren't winning the Reinhardt fights, so they needed to make a new call. And I think they did the right thing here. Look at my Joinsy and Abdu here looking for that little hook and Hulk combo instead of pull someone off. Axford is going to go back to that Reinhardt.
70% for Axford to say, I'm going back to Rein. She got bored.
Yeah.
Poet gets a nice free kill there, though.
There's the bongo out. Just focus on
Ooh,
it.
nene.
Ooh.
Nene. Not when you are
Pallet.
for a barrage.
Pallet pulling out that soldier ult. DJ.
Zach, not you sold yet.
Another
Oh,
mine.
DJ with the flashbang.
That was quick.
Oh, nice shot there from DJ. Getting the clutch headshot right when he needed to.
I mean,
Oof, overtime just
even
barely
though
ticked
you,
on there.
I was about to say, even though you did lose the point, you do have 99% charge. All you have to do is win
Look.
one more team fight, and you got this map secure. It's just how you're gonna
Little
go
tactical
about breaking
crouch
through it.
there.
Ooh, the teabag.
Little
This
tactical crouch there from Walton.
Maybe trying to play those mind games, tilt out your opponent. Not a bad call, honestly. But
Zach's just trying to 1v1 a McCree. Just doesn't even care.
You know, if I'm Poet here, I think I'd drop
Ooh,
the Tracer.
nice
And
pick from Nene.
uh,
I honestly do think you go double hits again
It's a
at
big
this
time
point.
barrier.
I think you drop the Tracer when you play a junk right here. Oh, that's a huge shatter, but gets booped away.
So it kind of
Oh,
depends.
Really, the priority here needs to be
on the
minimap on that
jumper.
hamster.
Let's say
Mini's just running wild. No, I mean,
Look at
Mini's
me.
just not dying, plain and simple.
Ooh.
DJ with a nice sign in there.
Oh, the
Once
solo
again,
on the
Salmon gets
Mercy.
caught on that Mercy.
Why would you do this, DJ? Why would you do this?
Ooh, and a fan the hammer from DJ Prince. I'm always gonna give DJ stuff for fanning the hammer, just because of the hatred that Clearsides has for the fan the hammer.
Yeah, fan the hammer. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like the Widow SMG. People hate it, but man, it's part of the kit. You gotta use it. You know, I get the hate towards them, but nah. If it's part of the kit, I'm going to use it. Forget what you think. But I'm honestly surprised. Looks like we're gonna see one big fight here in overtime. Round overtime. This is gonna be the big one. Whoever wins this one is gonna win the map. That's it. So you gotta make it count.
Ooh, nice pick there from Nene. Gets caught by DJ.
I'm about to say
I think they're putting a little bit too much investment into this Reinhardt right now.
4 on the shatter into the minefield.
Mini with a
Ooh.
no. That's
What?
huge charge. That's a huge charge there.
It is, but also at the same time, the point is now overrun with the enemy.
Am I missing something? That Walton and
Walton and Axford both fell off the map,
at
but
the same time?
as Jordan-Z and I'm not really sure how 4 people
I
went off
just-
the map with a
No,
Ryan charge.
it was bats as well, because I saw bats go off the map as well.
It was magical.
Jesus.
It was just pure magical. One of those moments you just can't replicate.
It's like when the stage starts collapsing on Minecraft. Everyone just sort of fell through the floor, and we were like, "Oh, okay, guess we lose this team fight." Because there was no, I was thinking, "Oh my God, Zach's just got a double boop," but there was no poop sign in the kill feed.
It was literally just a fall off the map for all 4 of them, I believe.
The
I
power
think
of intimidation.
I think Axgrid did get the kill on Jornsy there for the charge, but
I think that was it.
You think like maybe in their comms they were just like, "Nah, guys, we need to give them one. Let's throw ourselves off. Like, we need it."
yeah, honestly I don't see clear stats in it. They're looking to kind of prove their dominance in the league. They were pretty upset about not making the finals last season, so
Oh,
I don't. Looks like Zach. Looks like
Let's
Zach's
see.
looking for some juicy boops, just trying to get himself in
DJ gets
a nice
pallet though.
position.
I mean, I was about to say, there's a bunch of
Well,
teams
what's
looking to
Jones' positioning here is really interesting.
that have a chip on their shoulder after last season. Honestly, I mean, a lot of teams were
Ooh,
high
nice
quality
pick
and
there.
could have made that finals if things had gone a bit different. And those teams are coming back with a vengeance early this season. Already from just the
Many-
2 games we've seen.
Mini back onto this Zarya, kind of something he's a lot more comfortable with. Which I think he did a great job on the Wrecking Ball last game.
But to say, I want to see more of that come out of him as the season goes along. I mean, that was beautiful. Just fun to watch.
Yeah, it really is. It's a really fun, and especially against a team who's not going to play a lot of crowd control against you like Doomfists. Wrecking Ball can be really strong. So
I mean,
I wonder if we're going to see Nene switch here. He's not really doing an amazing amount in this Pharah. And with Poet still playing that McCree, he's being a bit disrespectful trying to keep it on, especially on this point.
and so yeah, Poet's already worked up almost to a high noon here. And I'm pretty sure the only person he's and a nice
barrage
nice.
though, but again.
Oof. I think divas are just big old Rhine charge targets. I mean, you can always end up hitting them. Rip on the part of Jornsey that are getting stuck in Axford's charge. Gotta say though, this bunker strat they were running map 1 isn't really working here on map 2. You gotta swap something
Well, that's
out.
the thing. That's the thing with the bunker strat. You've got to actually, get where you want to be, and they're doing a good job. Is the second they try to start setting up, they get in there and start disrupting. Bunker doesn't work unless you can set up.
They're almost trying to goad them back into that brawl style comp that they were playing earlier on in the match.
GJ.
Ooh.
Ooh, unfortunately it's not getting more there. Jonesy just done with this game. Same Jonesy. Same.
And the
Grabs out.
grabs
This
out.
is gonna get it. But they are able to take Zach out of it. Yeah, there's the follow up.
But so they're just gonna bully both of those two. They got caught.
It's like
I mean,
Clear Sights is gonna take this one pretty. Jonesy might make it through. He does. But it's like Minnie's gonna try to play up and make sure no one else even gets there.
but George is your
College
last one.
sprinting past
Everyone's
Victor.
just walking right past Minnie here.
Ooh. Yeah, no, this fight has definitely gone in the favor of Clear Sights. It just depends on how long you can hold, honestly. And the answer was not very long.
TJ with a little. I don't know what that was, but he wanted to do it, so
So let's see, this takes us to
A
Control
little bit of
Center, right?
self BM for the stream. A little bit of self BM.
Yeah, Control Center. Okay, this is definitely a brawl map. So Clear Sight's out of the gate with the comp they have an advantage. I mean, they're just
I'd
going
really
them
like to see
into
a
that
Bridget
brawl comp.
here
Oh,
from Clear Sights.
this is what I was waiting on. I was waiting to see someone go to the Reaper, because in my opinion, I think this is Reaper's strongest map in the entire game. It's
Yes.
something that I play a lot personally. They don't have Sinin, who's usually their Reaper. But Poet's actually not on the Tracer, which is another really strong hero on this map. So
Honestly, this is the map where you go Rhine, Czar, Brig, chunking the Reaper, and you just brawl it out on that middle part.
yeah.
I mean,
So long. Let's take a look at
Nope.
Poet's.
goodbye, X
Poet's
Grid.
McCree
Both Rhines flying off into the sunset there.
Oh, Poet looks like he almost took down Nene there, but a little help coming from Jonesy.
Jonesy being a big boy, getting in with those nice little cleanup there. And Minimac still taking on that hamster. Poet playing Sombra. Times are
Ooh.
dire for Clear Sights.
And Zachary on the Zen, I love when we see a Zen pulled out in league play. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's beautiful. There you go.
As I
Right,
thought
Alex.
before, Walton's gone onto that Bridget, trying to bring a little bit more brawler into this comp.
I also
Ooh,
think
good job there by Poet.
Ooh, nice charge there from Aboud. Aboud?
Abdu.
I thought it was Abdu.
Abdu. I missed the D and the O, look really similar. Oh, Pallet with the flick on Mini though.
Beating
Pilot
up.
just holding this high ground here. It's going to be really hard to get him off with the team comp that they're running right now, get him out of that high ground. DJ is going to go off to the Genji, so maybe looking to dive him out a little bit.
Around. Not a bad strategy. I will say though, at this point, Dabbing do have an advantage against the tanks and winning that tank battle. I mean, you have the Reaper, literally a tank buster, and by definition.
Ooh, jeez. Abdu really far forward here.
triple shatter.
Oh, and they all get punished.
But
Oh,
the trans,
Zach, though.
the trans, and the blossom.
And then he
Ooh.
brings it out as well. Whew. Zach saying, don't worry team, you guys buck up, but I am here for you.
Pallet running wild on the soldier right now.
There you go. The DPS for Dabbing have suddenly shown up and forced this map. I love it. They're just
Minnie's in a really bad spot here.
taking all challengers.
There we go. take Mini out of his comfort zone, make their players
That's a
not want to play what they want
huge
to play.
stagger. That's a huge stagger.
And on the
It's
side
so
of
perfect. Ooh,
Dabbing, you have 3 ults going into this one. They have 1. They have Valkyrie, and we all know you can damage through Valk. Just focus your
but he
targets.
doesn't see a Powlet sits back here to try and grab bats on that.
Ooh, get an axe crit with a shatter.
How about shatter, bro?
Nice charger.
Still not popped it. Still holding that visor. Not needed. Gonna BM without it. Doesn't need it.
Oh, so Bats is gonna try to get that res off.
And it worked,
Somehow does, even after getting
he's not.
booped.
even with the boot.
Breaky triangle, Bowen? You okay up there? Soldier's just looking at this Mercy in the sky like, nah, triangle's overrated. The
Like-
entire time he had high ground.
Rather play it like a clay shootout. There you go. Just wait for it to fly through. Kinda interested how you break back in here, though. I mean, once again, you just gotta win 1 team fight. Same thing that happened last map. You just gotta win 1.
Ooh, Powlet challenging DJ on the side. Oh, bad play. Bad play.
Rip. Another shatter getting 1, but it's the Zen. That's a big one. Never mind, I got 2, my bad. I mean, you almost got trans, bombs ready, pretty much. Both your tank ults are actually ready. Both your DPS are almost ready. Just use this next one as kind of a dry push here on the side of dabbing, you know? Just get all 6 ults and brawl it out on that last point. Just the last fight of the game. Pop everything.
I think if I was damming, I actually consider taking a front role here because I know they've got the Zen ult, so the only ult on their side is really DJ. I mean, Mini might possibly get an ult, but
Ooh, nice!
Oh, that's a
triple
nice
Ooh.
shatter.
And you got the
shatter.
Zen. There you go, you got the Zen. One of the biggest parts of this comp. They just gotta take out the DPS. Get through with it, because you've already won the tank
Ooh.
battle.
Need to get Mini now. Oof, let me get him. And Zach just killing action in that back line. How did he deal with his line? DPS support.
Oh, there you go, just gotta get Poet.
Oh, and Pallet with the emote on point.
Oof.
Oh,
Ooh.
disrespect. The disrespect.
We love it. We love it, dabbing. Please do more.
Both sides pulling out the BM here in this map. I love it.
I'm not gonna lie. If I'm down 2-0, I'm not gonna do this on the one map we just taken.
Whew. I mean, they got one though, so it's 2-1, still in favor of clear sights, but reverse
Look
sweep
at
is
this.
possible. I'm down to see it. We've seen it plenty of times in the last couple weeks with the All-Star games and
Does this mean
everything.
Poet has a 0% win rate on Sombra across all modes?
Did he pull out the Sombra this map? Did I just miss that?
Yeah, he played Sombra like straight in, and it was like dire times. And as soon as he went in, Pallet just turns around, shoots him in the head, then looks away from him, and then he's like,
I
"Nah,
completely-
you're not my issue."
I completely missed that then. Damn, I love seeing the Sombra come out too. Fuck. I'm just a
Wow.
blind boy. Ignore me, I'm a
Last
blind
for
boy.
dabbing here.
I'm not sure. So we're gonna be going into our last map here. Oh, possibly last map.
I mean, it's 2-1. We could see that reverse sweep as possible. I'm always down
Looks
to
like
see
we're gonna
it.
see Sin, Mini, DJ, Poet, X, and Walton. But we'll see.
Did you say Sin, DJ, and Poet?
Sin,
So-
DJ, and Poet. Yes.
Well, Sin is
Interesting.
a major flex though. She can feel whatever they need in that comp. So we might see DJ Poet on the flank DPS, and maybe see Senpai get on the Winston or something. Maybe do a dive comp.
Mhm.
Or heck, she might even go on the Zen. You never know.
I think it'd be quite interesting because we know Axe Trade will always be playing that tank role. So wouldn't be surprised to see Sten on that support role here.
I about to say.
Maybe playing the Zen.
I mean, we have seen X-Crit go to support before as well, so that's always a possibility. Just
Is
depending on what.
Brody coming in for dabbing?
Is who?
Is Brody coming in or?
I'm not sure. I actually took out the wrong person. Walton is supposed to be in.
Ah, okay. That makes a bit more
Not
sense.
Walton, not Bats.
Wait, they just took the Mercy player out. Is Sting gonna play Mercy?
I
I
mean,
don't think so. I think they might, but
Walton could do it.
I don't know.
I
I'm
mean,
confused.
Wow.
Walton's
I don't know
pulled
who's
out
gonna
that
be.
Mercy before, but I mean,
There's like little question marks above my head.
hold on. Let me get back in the. Looks like we are suddenly. Well then, okay, there we go. I was about to say my party broke.
Aye.
There we go. So I guess we're gonna be doing a bit of commentary from the group here for a bit.
Okay, well, I need to. I have like this really nice like passion fruit mousse downstairs, which I really want to eat right now. So I'm gonna go get my mousse. That's why we have 2 minutes.
Wait, get me back in the party real quick. Send me an invite. Eat.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not in the party. It kicked me out as well.
Yo.
Oh, okay, we all got
It
kicked
told me
out.
I was no longer in the party either. What the hell?
Weird. It all broke.
No, the party broke. So okay, that's fine. You don't have to have the party, but I was like, oh
Okay.
shit, did the stream stop too?
No, YouTube stream's still up at least. We're just in the group now. Woo.
That's fine. The party's falling apart is fine.
It may be the end of the party, but not the end of our commentary. You don't get away from that yet, folks. We still got 1 map. Hold on. I'm actually honestly intrigued for this last map. I mean, a lot's on the line here. We could see map 5 come out. Would be the first one of the season. I'm honestly hyped if we get to see it. You know how I love my tiebreakers. Because I'm also kind of curious to see the tiebreaker map for this first stage.
We will be going to Elios this week.
Ooh. Nice.
Nice.
The boob capital of Overwatch. I'm down to see it. Environmentals are always great.
Traveling to Route 66.
This is probably one of my least favorite maps in the entire game.
Yeah, it's alright. I mean, too much high ground for my liking, but that's coming from Orion. Like a tank main for the most part. I mean, I hate seeing all those DPS above me just taunting me and shooting down on me. It's like, why must you destroy my shields? Why? But there's also a lot of comps you can pull out here, both attack and defense wise, so it'll be interesting to see what gets pulled out here. Really, we're gonna see Senpai on the Rhine and Axcra jumping to the Ana.
Really?
Kind of an interesting mix up there. I like it.
I
I mean,
I don't think I've ever seen Axel play the Ana. I'm interested to see it.
I'm about to say
I've
like I
seen
said,
Sin play the Ryan. Sin's Ryan is very good. She's very aggressive. She's really fun to watch. But I have never seen Charlie on that Ana before.
let's say I know I've seen her on a couple supports and scrims like a Lucio and a Moira. I've never quite seen the Ana either, but I am really excited. Honestly, this is gonna be interesting to see.
5, 4, 3,
I feel so pretentious. I'm eating passion fruit yogurt while eating prawns. Like, what a life.
stop.
What a life. It's like
Lucky.
Zach's gonna be on that ferry this game.
Ooh, and they did put Rosie in. Good.
And they're gonna put him on that Bastione. Get him on the payload.
Yeah, and I don't think this is a bad call. You know, this is a must-win map for you. If you've got to cheese comp it, you cheese comp it.
I mean, you're shooting him
didn't
from
see
the
the,
air, the payload, everywhere.
Poet's not playing Tracer here.
Yeah,
From
Poet's
the-
on the
Ooh,
Hanzo.
doesn't need to.
Oh, they do. They are setting up Grav Dragons, though. I mean, they do have the Ryan, Zarya, Hanzo in there. And Grossi just firing away on the Bastion. Go Sentry Man, go. Like even pulling out the brig here. Yeah, you just gotta do what you gotta do.
So have you guys spoke about how Axtrid's playing the Ana and
Oh yeah.
how Hero's not in here? That's quite interesting, really.
Like, ooh, the Quadra Shatter. Beautiful by Sin. The tire cleaning out. One in a mech.
Justice reigns from above.
The
DJ,
barrage
you
there.
know, playing this Junkrat here.
Interesting barrage there. I mean, could have really drawn some attention away, but everybody was dead. I do like the aggressiveness, though. I always love the aggressiveness.
That looks like Sin's gonna be.
Nano Ryan is a scary.
Oh!
Ooh. Bowling out
Oh my
three.
God! Sin just running wild.
A triple.
That Nano
there.
Ryan is terrifying. Had the pocket heals there. Had the Nano. I mean, there's nothing you can do.
But so the only thing that can make that even scarier was a power boost from the Mercy. Oh lordy.
As I said,
Really,
Sin's
I
really
think-
aggressive and she's a really fun Reinhardt to watch.
I'm
Right
taking
now
notes.
it's kind of really be on Jonesy though.
Grossi coming in
He
from.
can make it big. Oh, doesn't even go for it.
You're getting the Ana in the back. Oh, getting both
Grossy's turning up
supports.
there. I wonder if they consider swapping onto the Lucio here on the side of dabbing just to get them in quicker. Maybe
Let's
try and
see.
take advantage of the fact that they don't have supports.
Yeah, but they take advantage of the no support scenario. And they do now have a Mercy.
Ooh, nice
which is
pick
always
from
good.
Zach though.
Going back to the Holt and Hook combo.
Ooh,
Kill's starting to really
DJ
fall.
looking for a flank up top.
They're just trying to get himself out of the situation, and he's not gonna make it out.
That's it. Run. You got a Brig and a Pharah on you. You just keep running. You know you're gonna die, but you keep running.
Nice. Oh, nice shots there from Poet.
Oh, Zach. No res either. I could lose in this fight.
And grab onto point with the dragons. That's gonna be a triple.
Oh,
No, a double. Georgie barely surviving there.
30 seconds remaining.
well done with Poet. Come on, this Hanzo. Hit some nice shots there on his Zach, and then the Guard Dragons just to clean everything up.
There you go, you got one big push left. You gotta make the most of it. Pull and rally as you come on in. As your is coming in from the bottom. Interesting.
That's it.
Interesting to see if Zach can maybe get a big barrage here.
Zach's already really hurt.
There you go, already losing two
Taking
early.
straight up.
And the Nano Rhine. But hey, there you go, getting your Pharah back in. Barrage taken out by the Tsar.
And Sin just on this point, just cleaning everyone up.
If I don't see 6 supports from clear sites, I'm gonna be very upset.
I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure Arctic has that trademarked. I don't think.
Well, I mean, it was a good run there on Li Zhang. You got it decently around the first point here. You just got to defend with your lives now, though. One mistake and it's over. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they run like a triple tank or something on the side of clear sites here at this point.
100% Dabin should have a Bastion here. Oh, Crozy. Stick to your guns, man.
I'd say why not double down on it, get a Torb on one side, get a Bastion on the other, and just fire away.
Yeah, I mean this point is holdable.
It is.
We just did it the other day in a scrim. I mean, what was it? Was it ZF? Is that
Oh,
who we
yeah,
played the other
ZF.
day?
Oh my god, I remember that.
I mean,
There's
I
some
had.
big boy crit rhyme plays.
I'm telling you, you can ask Chuffy. I taught him how to play Reinhardt.
Him and Ragtag get credit, yeah. I'll give him that. But I'm picking up some notes from Max Crit and Senpai too as they go along here in this game. That is some beautiful Rhine play.
You know, Axgrid, and for people who've been in the old league and who've been around this league for a while, Axgrid's playstyle reminds me a lot of Owl's. Just like
Oh,
it's
it
almost
does.
like you can do nothing wrong on Reinhardt when you're watching those two play. It's absolutely insane. Like it's either they're holding their shields up at the perfect times, they're swinging their hammers at the right times, their charges are on point, their fire strikes are on point. I mean, it's just there's not a bad side to what you're seeing. So they're gonna go for this like new dive variant, replacing the Diva with the Wrecking Ball here.
I mean, with the way Minimac played that Wrecking Ball and the 2 maps he's been in, yeah, I really want to see this. 'Cause he's been doing really good on the hamster.
Oh, that's a huge sleep there. That's a well done. That's a well done sleep.
Sleep well, Zenny. You've already been knocked out early.
You know, and I love anytime I get to
Oh.
see a Winston
It's
played in
over.
this league.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't get to see it very often.
and oh my God, Senpai just melting everything with this Ryan or with this Winston. Excuse me. Yeah, that's gonna be game.
I mean, potentially have a chance with a Lucio. I mean, with the characters you got, you might be able to get back just in the nick of time.
I think the fact that Senpai isn't emoting really upsets me.
Oh, there you go. They've got back in. Gonna just try to hold for a little bit longer. Anything at this point to try to keep it from being complete. So there you go. Get on in there.
Looks like it's just gonna be Grossy on the Genji left, and he's gonna end up getting cleaned up to the bombs. So well done. That's just I mean, that's just an absolute GG easy clap there.
I mean, when you have 2 of the best flanker players in the league on your team, yeah, you can definitely cause some damage in the back lines with on the dive and just open up space for your tanks.
You know, America, I'm gonna absolutely agree with you. Watching Senpai's health in this fight the entire time gave me pure anxiety. I thought I was gonna, you know, die and have to respawn like 3 times.
I mean, Jesus. That is one scary dive.
It was interesting what Dabin chose to run though, with Grozy on that Genji. And obviously Pallet stuck to the Zen the entire time despite having the dive, so I wonder what was like maybe what they were thinking when they were going into that comp.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't expect that dive to come out there on that second point. That was, or the second round, that was interesting to see from clear sights. We haven't got to see that too often from them.
It was really good play by Poet though. Poet put so much pressure on them in those backlines, which really enabled Sin to just walk at them as Monkey.
Oh yeah, took out the Zen early, no Discord to have to worry about, just dive on in. Ooh-wee.
Well, that's
Poet
gonna be it. It's gonna be a
proved to
3-1.
one trick that we know and love.
It's gonna be a 3-1 win on the side of Clear Sights. Who's you guys' MVP for this game?
Ooh. I'm gonna have to give it to Poet. I think he was underappreciated for a lot of it and did turn into a bit of a bot when got on that Sombra, but he was consistently really good for them on that Hanzo and on that Tracer.
You know me, I love my tanks. My MVP goes to Axcrid. I mean, she was the tip of the spear in this for the most part, creating all the space in the world for clear sights to work on. And when she made that space, it stayed open. It cleared out rooms.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna agree with you here, Chubby. It has to go to Axford. Playing the Rhine, pretty much creating the space, cleaning up all the kills, making huge plays, and then going over to the Ana and her sleep darts. I don't know if you guys were seeing them in that last game. Her sleep darts were on point, and just keeping Winston up pretty much in impossible situations there on that last push. I'm just gonna have to go with Axford overall. I think she just tore it up that entire game.
She really did. I mean, that is one tank you should be afraid of at all times. Without a doubt.
Oh, rip Grozy.
So,
I think that was a really good test as well to see how Clearside's performed, because obviously everyone was like, oh yeah, Clearside's gonna just fucking stomp everyone, gonna be 4-0 wins easy, but gotta remember it was 3-1. Like, Davin took that third map quite convincingly as well, actually, so sort of exposes a few weaknesses for Clearside's there, which is definitely what I think they need to improve on.
And I will say, I mean, Dabbing looked really strong here in this, I guess, kind of transitional game here, because now you're swapping captains after this, and you're going to have some new pieces coming in because of that. And they looked really good there, especially on the control map. Li Zhang, they looked really good.
Oh yeah, I think they have a lot of potential.
Like, control seems to be their map type, almost. They did, that was the strongest they performed, and most of the things throughout the game were just little things that need to be tweaked. I mean, they looked a little disorganized the first couple maps, but once they hit Li Zhang, they were locked in. Like, following
I
up
think it was
everything.
good as well, though. Everyone on that team, on that Lijiang map, just sort of felt like this is it, this is where we're at, this is what we should be doing. Found their heroes, found their place in the team, and I think that's really what Zach should be looking to do. Say, guys, where are you guys comfortable, you know? What can I do to make you guys play this a little bit less on edge? Because obviously when they put Grozy in, everyone could sort of see Grozy was a little bit like, what do I do? Playing that Junkrat, playing that Bastion, playing that Genji. And I mean, although he's leaving, I think Grozy should definitely say, look guys, I left you for it. So this is what this is what you need to do, and tell Zach where his players really shine. Because as we saw on that Lijiang map, like when they turn up, they turn up.
But
It's good to.
with that,
I
guys,
think
we're gonna get out of here. We thank you guys all for coming out to the stream, and we will see you guys next time.
So don't forget
Love you
about
all.
the games coming out later in the week. Check back in on the weekend. We got more action coming up. Don't forget. Nah, you dream, man.